Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out the video. I thought we'd go over all the mods I completed in 2021 on the 2016 Chevy Colorado and then talk about what our plans are going to be for 2022. It is really cold out today in New England. It's snowing. It's you know, probably colder than the date that you left at Arby's that time, but it's a pretty miserable day out here. I have no idea why I live in New England, but I digress. Let's get into the Chevy Colorado. So we'll just start from the front and work our way back. In the headlights, I'm using Nineo H11 for the low beam. Those are 6000K. High beams are 9005, also Nineo, also 6000K. And then the turn signals are from LASFIT. These are their switchback LEDs. These do not require resistors, which is pretty sweet and why I went with them. And I think it gives it a really good look. If you come over to this side, you kind of see it's just kind of gives it that really uniform, just clean looking appearance that I really like. The fog lights, these are from Diode Dynamics. These are their DDS3s, and I love them. I think they're great. They're bright enough for the road. These are the Sport versions. They have a Sport Pro and a Max, so these are the Sport. I think that's all you really need if you're using them as your fog lights. So moving down to the bottom, I did paint the tow hooks red, and I trimmed up the air dam that's below. I tried taking it off and I ran the truck for a couple of months with the air dam off and I just didn't like how it looked. So I decided to put the air dam back on and just trim it down. And I love the way it looks just kind of trimmed up. So I took probably, you know, 3 to 4 inches off the bottom. Coming to the center of the grill, I did replace the gold Chevy bow ties with the black Chevy bow ties. I just think they look better. They give it that, you know, kind of clean, aggressive appearance. And then with the chrome trim ring around the fog lights, I went ahead and plasti dipped those black so that way it would just have that, you know, clean matte black appearance that you see there. So really happy with the way those came out. For the wheels, these are Helo wheels. They are 18-inch, so they're 18 by 9.5 with 0 offset is what these are. They are wrapped in a a Yokohama Geolander G015 tire. And the tire size is 265/65/18. If you try to do that on stock suspension, you can do it, but you will rub when you go into reverse. So I ended up lifting the front of the truck. I originally put the Rough Country 2-inch level kit on the front of the truck, and it was fine. It was good. I had no problems with it, but I wanted something that was a little more adjustable. I was still getting a little bit of rub, and that was because my passenger side was sagging a little bit. Just, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's a 2016, so the suspension was a little bit tired. So I ended up replacing the front struts in that lift kit with these Eibach coilovers. They are adjustable to +3 inches, and then obviously to stock height. So those are nice. I really like those. I also took off the just the Colorado badging that was on the side doors, and I replaced it with these Z71 badges, kind of make it look like that midnight package that Chevy was offering. And I really like the way that came out. These are official GM. I got these through GM, so they came with a template to put them on the door and everything. So, you know, they're nice and tight and right. So that's all good. The next thing I got was these step bars here for the side of the truck. I got these from realtruck.com, and I'll put links to all of these things in the comment below, and I'll just kind of pin that comment so that way you guys don't have to search through the description box. But so I got this. This is actually, I think, one of the first mods I did to the truck was getting these side steps. So these are just the Nerf RS side steps for the Chevy Colorado that I got off a Real Truck. Again, I'll link that into the description below. I did put. So the back window, that's just stock window tint. The front has 35% window tint, and I did put the WeatherTech window visors on there because one, they look cool, but two, they do actually work to vent out the car, or I'm sorry, the truck. And you guys are going to kill me for that. But they do work to vent out the truck in the summertime. So I do have a 5% tint brow on the front windshield as well. Moving around to the back, I have the SPYDER Taillights. These are the black taillights with the clear housings on them, so not the smoked one. And I like these. I think they look fantastic. I am thinking about going back to the stock headlights, and then of course there's a train coming by, so I'm sorry for that if you hear that noise. There it is. So we'll give this a minute to go by. All right, so I am thinking about going back to the stock headlight and just putting LEDs into the stock headlight, but that's going to require resistors. Nobody makes a bulb with a built-in resistor that I'm aware of for a rear taillight that doubles as your turn signal. So I'm kind of going back and forth on that. We might do that in 2022. I'm not exactly sure. I did put LEDs into the license plate bulbs here. And again, we have that black bow tie on the back, and the bed cover is also from Real Truck, and this is a Truck Hero Truck Sport soft cover for the bed. I really like it. I highly recommend it. I've had this for over 2 years now, and you know, it looks fantastic. So but I do tend to take care of my stuff. I wash my truck and all that fun stuff. Again, I just have the turn signal on so you guys can see what that looks like. For the high mount light, I do have a DNA motoring high mount light here that is LED, and you know, it's good. I think it looks pretty good, matches the tail lights. Again, if I move to the stock tail lights, I'll probably put the stock one back on and just put an LED in that. And then for the antenna, I took off GM's antenna and I put a stubby antenna on that. So that's about it for the outside right now. Let's move to the inside of the truck and take a look at what we did in there. So we'll just start in the back seat, and excuse the mess, it's a little bit dirty, but starting in the back, what we have here is I've got my WeatherTech floor liners in the back, and those obviously stretch all the way across. And that red light that you see down there, I added these are from Auxito. You know, it was a fun thing to do, just, you know, whatever. It's a little conversation piece in the truck, so it's kind of nice. Yeah, let me turn down that air there. So again, I got the WeatherTech floor liners in the front, and I've got these Cup Hero liners in all the doors, all the pockets, so that way there's no rattling with the keys and all that fun stuff. This is a Course Motorsport phone mount. Highly recommend it. It looks awesome. You know, I've had it since almost when I bought the truck, so it's fantastic. Moving to the center console, I do have this, this tray, this organization tray from Amazon. That's in there. I think that's definitely needed for this truck as well. And then in all the interior lights, I did replace them with LEDs. So I'm not gonna open up the hood here, but some of the, I guess call it performance things that I did. I did get a Trifecta tune on the truck. So that was supposed to increase the horsepower by, I think like 31 horsepower and like 24 pound-feet of torque. I don't know if it actually does that, but it is definitely more useful getting around town. GM's stock tune on this is just hot garbage. And it's just too tuned for fuel efficiency rather than, actually being usable. So I find that the Trifecta tune just makes the truck more usable. So I do have that, and I have a K&N filter on this. For 2022, some of the things I'm thinking of doing for this truck are, I go back and forth on whether or not I want to put an air intake in this. I was looking at an SMB or like a cold air induction air filter for this. I know it doesn't really add horsepower, but I do kind of like the induction noise that it would give you. So I'd be doing it really just for that reason. And is that really worth the $300? I don't know. You tell me, put it in the comments below if you've got one, if you like it, if you think it's worth it. I still go back and forth on that. The exhaust, I'm also going back and forth on whether or not I want to do an exhaust. I do live in Massachusetts, and they are anti-anything fun. So It's basically illegal to put anything on your vehicle, or I'm sorry, any exhaust on your vehicle that changes the tone or how loud your exhaust actually is. So, you know, I could technically put a cap back on there, save the stock exhaust, and then when it comes time to inspect the truck, just switch it out and then switch it back. But, you know, that's, you know, it's a real ball breaker for just to run an exhaust that doesn't really get you any performance gains. You know, maybe you're getting, you know, somewhere between like 5 and 10 horsepower, maybe, but you know, who really knows. Something else I want to do for 2022 with this truck is the fender flares, the stock fender flares from GM. I want to get those, put those on. I think that's going to really make it look nice. And then I want to repaint the truck. So I'm going to keep it black, but I want to put another fresh coat of paint on it. I know it looks, you know, the paint looks pretty good in, you know, the camera, and it's, you know, it's not terrible, but I do have spots on the truck. I do use it as a truck. So, I mean, if you see right here, you know, I've got some pretty deep scratches that won't buff out. Same thing over here on the back. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's, you know, I got a giant scuff mark there from loading stuff in and out of the bed of the truck, because, you know, I use it mostly for homeowning type stuff, but you know, the truck does get used, so the paint is, you know, it's not ideal. And I figure if I'm going to do that, then I may as well do, like, you know, I'm going to keep it black, but I thought maybe I'll put some like metal flake in it, kind of make it something a little bit more unique but subtle. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for 2022. Let me know your thoughts if you think that's let me know your thoughts on the air intake, the exhaust, and if you guys think that would be actually worth it to do it. I know the exhaust on these trucks kind of sound a little ricey, but from what I can tell is the MagnaFlow Street Series sounds pretty decent. You know, not under full throttle, but you know, kind of revved, you know, normal kind of driving, and at idle it sounds pretty good. So, and then the MagnaFlow Overland series I think also sounds pretty good. It's a little more subdued. But let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Put it in the comments below if that's something that you think you'd like to see some videos on how to install and a review of. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I want to get back to my family. It is Christmas Eve, so got plans tonight. I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and I hope you guys have fun tonight. All right, take care, be safe. Merry Christmas.